Welcome back, guys, to Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII Reunion, where last episode we navigated through the caverns beneath the former site of Benora Village and picked up Goddess Materia, opening the Light of Doom where Genesis awaited, transforming into a giant form as we fought first it, then Genesis, the soldier first class, in the final showdown. With Zack emerging victorious, Genesis refinding his soldier pride and loss, and the last remnants of Angeal passing on, as well as Director Olizandri, Zack now heads with Cloud to Midgar once more.
Cisne! The army's mobilizing. Find the targets before they do.
Understood. The army won't be as subtle.
I want them alive. You hear me? You're going to save Zack's life.
Of course. I haven't even told him my real name.
Help them. Cisne, I have letters for Zack. 88 of them.
I'm just kidding. You know I wouldn't do that to you. We're friends, right?
They can't be serious. There's no way we're gonna find two needles in a haystack this size.
There's no mission that's impossible for the
Turks, yeah.
Also, Sung apparently has something to give him.
Who? The target? So we're couriers now. Delivering packages to fugitives, huh? Nothing.
You?
Likewise. I'm heading to point 235. You two take point 120.
Roger.
All right, let's get going.
Boy, oh boy. The price of freedom is steep. Embrace your dreams. And, whatever happens, protect your honor.
As soldier! Come and get it!
Activating combat mode.
Sure thing, I'm sure nothing will go wrong.
Heads up!
Who's hit me with a big bad stuff here?
This is gonna sting!
I'm Cisne. Here's a present.
Some of the
Sunday
journalists.
edition?
Where's
Angeal?
Ready to go.
True.
Understand now why
Lies within
Sephiroth
each
chose
person.
yes. For
So get
real.
away safely. Zack, I gotta go.
Here we go.
I think I could take him on. Ah, what the?
Bye now.
Those missiles are a bit much, though. Ow.
Taking you down a peg.
Those missiles can pee right off. Well, I think the point here, as you can see, is of course an endless death-like struggle.
This'll do.
Can we make anything else appear?
How about this?
In fact, I've got Endure at the moment. It's not letting me die. I'm stuck at 1 HP there.
Use brings about where
I'm a country boy
I can
too.
be pretty
Like
cheap.
you've been
If only
there.
I were soldier. Honor can be
I really
quite
like that
burden.
sword. Thanks.
A monster's
I
objective.
really like
join
that
my
sword.
battle.
Nothing else out
Zack,
there. Hold on.
you have my thanks.
Hello?
Seems Aerith held on there.
Taking you down a peg.
Activating combat mode.
Oh. It's like broken. Oh, also, this is a bit... Yeah, getting out of range of me is a great idea. I'm not even gonna joke. But this is a bit mean the way you're just slowly, like, walking away. Get some more difference. It's mocking at this distance.
Hello? Don't worry. That's right. But
Want to hear?
not scary
Work
at all.
stuff?
Will I see you again?
I'll be here.
Zack.
For the both of us.
Both of us?
That's right. You're gonna live. You'll be my living legacy. My honor, my dreams. They're yours now.
I'm your living legacy.
Embrace your dreams. If you want to be a hero, you need to have dreams.
Thank you. I won't forget. Good night. Zack.
That girl. She said that the sky frightened her. But it must feel so good up there. Those wings. I want them too. It does feel good. If you see Aerith, say hi for me. Hey, would you say I became a hero?
I think the only answer to that is 100% yes, right? And just to say a quick sorry for subtracting the theme of the game by Yaka at this point. The VOD got muted for me on Twitch, and usually that could denote copyright issues on YouTube, so hopefully that theme was a fitting replacement considering it appeared multiple times throughout the game. The credits will resume with its own music soon, so we will get right back to my thoughts on completion of the story, knowing there is so much more to come. With that said, there we go, a scene setting, a prologue complete, because of course they wouldn't have more than remastered this game if of course it wasn't relevant in some way or another, which we know going forward in Final Fantasy VII Remake, it will be, for many different reasons. Of course, I don't really want to talk about it right now, because I don't want to spoil it for anyone who's not played 7 Remake about what elements of this are in this, characters etc, but it is interesting that they are keeping this as the start and then going forward from that point. That's about the most I can say. For a game itself, though, it was random. You can't say anything else but that in certain respects. Of course, this is a game that's kind of a product of the system it was on, the PSP. Being a lot more cut down, not your traditional JRPG, trying to go with the different combat, etc. Taking it away from the traditional JRPG roots of what the game series went from, which then became even more, because of course it became its massive franchise of its own, with so many actual games out for Final Fantasy VII now across multiple platforms, multiple on phones that and so many that are considered canon. Like we had on, I think on PS2 we had of course Dirge of Cerberus, which was another story. Which I did not have to actually have that game because it was on the console I could play. And that's one of the great things about Crisis Core finally coming out on a more accessible console. It is very good that it's finally accessible. So those who do want to see the bit before, can see the bit before. Of course, it was within the constraints, a fair bit of the structure of the original game. Of course, you knew where the game would end. That's why in their trailers and etc. for this game, they did not hide where the game would end, because they just assumed everyone would know. It was there, if you wanted to. In fact, it's kind of hard to have not been knowing of Final Fantasy VII, and therefore not knowing of bits and pieces of this game. Especially the ending thereof. I don't know how many changes or anything were in this game because I didn't play at all. I'm pretty sure it's written 2 type and literally a 1-for-1, but in terms of story at the very least. But I don't... Oh, actually, I can't say for sure, can we? Will we ever see a dumb apple again? They weren't in 7 original, because of course that came before. But 7 Remake can have all the dumb apples it likes. So I think we're more than a year out now, or a year out now, for the Remake trilogy continuing. And more elements possibly of this making its way in to the future of Final Fantasy VII. So So having played the game, seen the game, checked out his story, we now know for our memory banks, if we can get them to fire, any bits that are relevant that will come up. It's just such a weird game as well, being like, the story... Could you say the story is about 10 hours long? 10? 11, 12, somewhere around that? It's not exactly that long. But of course, all the content of this game is designed to be put into the side missions. And probably, the side missions alone are probably about 20, 30 hours. It wouldn't surprise me. And that's what awaits us now, because I kind of intend to do the missions. Break through, understand the systems, fight what's through. So this Let's Play for the story is over. And if that's all you're here for, thank you for watching. But we definitely have a lot more side missions to come, which is a fair bit of repetitive grinding for sure. But it might have its highlights here, there, and everywhere. I just need to figure out how to farm Phoenix down at this point in time. That's how I look at it. But yeah, the main other problem with the game is it's just a little unbalanced, thanks to its side mission structure, etc. If it could somehow keep that in, but equally the side missions were for supplementary, so they didn't want to keep it from you earlier. They did, of course, have missions that unlocked as you went through the stages, through the chapters, and unlocked bit by piece, but it obviously doesn't completely have that, because I'm pretty sure you can, there's some missions that just unlock from doing missions after all. So you could get as powerful as you wanted, grind up as powerful as you wanted. With the materia system, as you can see, obviously we need to get more items and more damage on us. But with the materia system there, you can see that there is a lot of customization, a lot of buffs. It looks like Zack goes to probably 99k, 999 HP, probably to maximum stats, which I imagine is 255, if I remember what the original Final Fantasy VII stats were, after W-morphing things in a downed underwater airplane for quite a while. Yes, I was one of those weirdos that did that. Don't know why, but I was one of those weirdos who W-morph things. Gotta get my permanent stats right. But there is more to come, that's for sure. And it'll be really interesting now to see with the prologue, the past now completely filled in for Final Fantasy VII. Or you could say completely filled in. There are actually other games as well as I know it that happened before Final Fantasy VII happened as well on mobile phones, etc. There's a game that involves the Turks, for example. Now, what's canon and what's not, I'm not completely sure of. Of course, there's Ever Crisis as well that might have bits and pieces of this, that, and there. And I still am left with the big burning question, which I'm probably going to decide by the time I play Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2 at this point in time. The burning question for me is, do I need to play Final Fantasy VII Original 2 to get it all? To get what this saga will have contained? That may be a weird thing to say in of itself. But to be honest, I'm probably going to end up playing a lot of Final Fantasy VII games in the future. And then, now that of course the Crisis Core has been and come out, I do wonder what happens with Dirge of Cerberus in the future too. It was a different game, a shooter game, but it does have story elements that continue on from specifically this game. So will that be melded into the remake trilogy at some point? Hey, it could be a DLC standalone. You could meld in its content a little bit like that, or of course play it a different way, which might be how it turns out. We'll have to see what happens with the future games. On top of that, it's just so many like what ifs. If Square's willing to, Square-Enix, sorry, is willing to bring out this prequel as an important thing, you never know what it might do as projects in the future. So much weirdly in the game series. Not just Final Fantasy, but Final Fantasy VII's collection. It's kind of unreal. And it is also weird to have played a game that's so of its time. And when I say so of its time, it's only like, what is it, 15 years ago this game came out? Not even that massively long. But it really does. This game feels like it's from a different era entirely. In terms of like voice direction, etc. And of course they redid all the voices, but it seems that they kept the direction relatively the same. The cheesy hammy writing. And don't get me wrong, I do like a bit of cheese. From now and then. But it really is a product of the past, is what you could say. A product of the past, and the future has moved on a fair bit. Especially if you like pizza. It looks like we're reaching the end of the credit. 25th. These games are older than some of you now, right? So the question is there any post-credit sequences or anything like that here, there, and everywhere? Or incredibly old cutscenes. Has it got the trailer start for a remake? What? Hey, by the way, guys, did you know that we've remade the game? Have you bought it yet? Guys, come on, step up the money. I know it's not the remake opening, but I'm just saying they're still trying to like go on.
My name is Cloud. Soldier. First class.
To be continued. Yeah. Very specifically. It's good if you do a prequel to make sure that people know there's a sequel, right? Alright, we can save clear data. Supposedly that was an entirely block phrase, and I don't know if our music there had to be blurted out, which I really hope not, because the cutscene had dialogue in it, and I didn't realize as well that it was still dialogue cutscene myself. But, yeah, copyright music and all that. So it is part of trailer stuff, so maybe not. After clearing and finishing the game, you can start a new game with certain data carried over by loading the cleared game save data. The data will be carried over as follows: level experience, SP, acquired guild, playtime, items, materia, equipment status, DMW progress, DMW limit break, limit verge count, bus assault proficiency, and mail. But I just want to continue on with my missions. So what is the last port of call that I can do my missions from? Probably from the Portal of Severance is what I'd imagine. I'll save it here, why not? So if you load clear data, you can start a new game with certain data carried over. Okay. So I guess I've got to load up my old file, right? 100 percentiles. So from here on out, Crisis Core story is complete. Now we hit the absolute insane grind awaiting us. Well, that's for definite. I'm pretty sure if I load that, it will start in a brand new game. So I'm just actually checking, which is very true. Now, how do I get out of there fast? Skip. I need to get out of here. No.
Activating combat.
I can't actually leave the game. Well, you know, we have other options for this. I just had to make sure. See, I don't know if that was block music or not, but that's going to be a bit worrying, right? Always is. Thank you for joining me for the story. Now watch me die in some missions, shall we? In fact, do I do every mission on stream or anything, or do I just try to get the pertinent ones? I don't know. That is a question of where to proceed from here, right? Truly is for me. Where do we go from here? What a bizarre game. Alright, so we are back in this lovely corridor with barely any enemies to fight, but of course we have missions. Endless missions. So we should probably start from our 5-star and work our way upwards and hopefully get some more stats here then everywhere. Who knows if I'll be able to. M224, Nibelheim 2. There's a battle against monsters indigenous to the Nibelheim region. Although Nibelheim is known for a wide variety of monsters, this mission will primarily feature cave-dwelling creatures, will it now? At least I've got all that extra HP now, yeah? It's got to count for something, right? So this is our future. This is our game now. There's got to be some cool boss encounters in here, but... Again, we probably have to push quite a few of the missions up levels to get there.
Combat mode.
Heads up!
Conflict resolved.
Now, I see my Buster Sword proficiency is probably set back down again, so I'm assuming... 20,000 SP, okay. That the Buster Sword was boosted up for that fight so that you have...
Combat mode.
How about this?
Yep. A break damage limit is what I'd say.
Heads up! Oh no, you don't!
And I think that's truly what's happened here.
Gonna love this! This'll do! That's enough!
Conflict resolved.
So it seems somewhere around a 19% allows the Buster Sword attacks to break limit. Would not surprise me. The problem is grinding to that is unsurprisingly a grind.
Activating combat mode.
Taking you down a peg!
That guy got wiped out faster than I thought he would.
Conflict resolved.
Got him!
What's my proficiency? I just hit 16k again. Was there some hidden limit that made the proficiency jump up by 10% that I just hit during that fight? That's actually what's happened. It's jumped by 10%. What? That happened in that fight. Was there a percentage I reached that jumped everything up a bit more? I'm so confused. Because this happened during that fight. If that was a coincidence, that's crazy. Zack's proficiency, I thought that was just part of the fight. Zack's proficiency with the Buster Sword has improved, and now when an attack or ability is used while in battle stance, a damage limit break effect is activated. This will allow Zack to deal more than 9999 damage. It just jumped 10% after I hit 9.5%. Wow, you're telling me that I hit that threshold literally in the final boss. Wow. Gongaga. This is a battle with monsters indigenous to the Gongaga region. The remoteness of the region may be a contributing factor to the variety of monsters. Some are extremely dangerous. You have been warned. I thought it was part of the fight. I honestly thought that was part of the fight.
Activating combat mode.
How about this?
Conflict resolved.
Wow. I'm pretty sure I couldn't have planned it that well if I wanted to.
Activating combat mode.
Bye now. Heads up.
Conflict resolved.
Well, no, my physical skills are way better. Actually, I still think Hellfire Arga puts out more damage, but... Crazy.